In November 2018, a video emerged of what looked like, on the face of it, a disgusting schoolyard bullying incident. It turned out the boy was a Syrian refugee named Jamal, and it was far too good of an opportunity for the lamestream media not to jump on it and inflate it into something much more sinister. The story about the poor refugee spread around the globe, even reaching our shores here in Australia. And the narrative was clear. Jamal was an innocent victim of racism and Islamophobia, even though when you watch the video, there was no evidence of that. So Tommy Robinson did what any good journalist would have and should have done. He investigated the story further. It turned out that Jamal wasn't as innocent as they were making him out to be, and the attack was undoubtedly not racially motivated. Other students in the school were alleging that it was in fact Jamal who was the bully and engaging in racially motivated attacks against white children, including a young girl who had been physically assaulted by Jamal only days prior. Meanwhile, the boy who waterboarded Jamal, whose name is Bailey, insisted he was responding to threats from Jamal that he was going to stab him. That's why Bailey claims that he kept repeating this. No matter what, the video clearly indicates that we're missing the context. So being one of the only journalists left in the UK with an ounce of integrity, Tommy Robinson began to report the truth. He began to tell Bailey's side of the story and what he was hearing from other kids and parents at the school. So Jamal's family swiftly responded. They responded to Tommy's truth-seeking and truth-telling by launching a crowdfunding campaign to sue him. And it's an easy sell. Help the poor refugee victim and take on the evil Tommy Robinson. The craziest part is that when they raised the money, they engaged the go-to lawyer for returning ISIS terrorists and jihadi brides.
Hi there, yeah. Well, today's an interesting day. So Mr. Tommy Robinson, aka Stephen Yaxley Lennon, is going to have his pre-action letter. We've written to him a couple of times before. He hasn't responded. If he doesn't respond to this letter with respect to the claim that our client, Jamal, has against him for his defamation, then he'll be in court in 2 weeks' time.
This guy's first action was to employ an extremist and drug addict to serve Tommy's wife and kids with the paperwork.
Contacted and asked if I would be interested in doing this. I'm still not 100% sure why, and I don't really fully believe this is happening. But that's basically, I've never done anything like this before. This is not, it's a career I can certainly get into.
They obviously chose a day that Tommy was out of the country, because we all know how that would have ended if Tommy was home at the time.
On that happy note, oh, by the way, Tommy, I am gonna mince your kids, mate.
Make no mistake, picking this unhinged extremist was purposely done. It was a message to Tommy and his family that we can use the legal system to have your family home address shared. The nutcase live streamed the entire survey, sharing Tommy's home address with the whole world. Tommy and his family were forced to move from that house immediately for their own safety. I remember speaking to Tommy and Jenna at the time, and I was feeling gutted that there was nothing I could do to help them in what was the most stressful time and period in their life. It was even worse than going to jail, because they were being forced to uproot their entire family and move somewhere foreign for their kids. But fast forward to now. The case has been given the green light to go ahead, and if Tommy loses, it will cost him £650,000. That's over 1.2 million Australian dollars, which means that they will seize his family home, which is their aim. Just to fight the case will cost £200,000. As you can imagine, every single cent counts. So once again, I'm going to ask you, please support Tommy at supportingthetruth.com, because they tried silencing Tommy before by deplatforming and unpersoning him on the internet, throwing him in jail, even threatening his family. But that has all failed. Now they're trying to take his family home. This is not only a fight for Tommy, this is a fight for the truth. Please, supporting thetruth.com now.
So there's more than one way to skin a cat, and they found the next way.